guys, it's Laura from Doggy U, and today we're going to be talking about the difference between a stay and a wait behavior. Now, the goal of this little quick video is going to be to provide clarity for both you and your dog, which in turn is going to create a stronger stay and a dog that's able to stay for longer periods of time while also giving them that quick release cue of a wait. So let's get started. Now you'll notice in many of my videos, I have dogs hanging out in the background. So let me show you that. Those are my two. And they have a really strong stay. Now, how did we get that strong stay on them? It's by always returning to the dog for the stay. So the difference between a stay and the wait is the stay is a long-term behavior, whereas a wait is a release to something. So a stay means you hang out there, it's gonna be a while, I'm gonna come back for you. Whereas a wait is hold for a moment and I will release you to something. Now that something could be their food bowl, or it could be going outside, or it could be wait for me to clip this leash on and then we'll go. But a wait is a short-term behavior. So the dog knows I'm pausing almost for a moment and then we're gonna do something. The reason I don't want to muddle my stay and my wait is because when I ask a stay, I could be asking my dog to stay for 45 minutes. He needs to know that when he hears a stay cue, it's for the long run. He needs to settle in, relax the hip, hang out, because he's going to be there a while. It's a different mental phase. So if we're in a stay, and sometimes I release my dog from the stay, so I put him in a stay, I walk away and I release him, he's gonna be like waiting. He could do that like shuffling behavior. He could get impatient because he knows the next thing that's going to happen is that release. We don't want that mindset for our stay if we're looking for a long-term behavior. For instance, I'm not gonna put my dog in a stay, have someone come in and then release him for the greeting. I'm gonna put my dog if it's like my husband, wait for a moment, release to the wait. Now, if it's gonna be someone coming in and he's not gonna get to say hi, the stay signifies to him, hang out, it'll be a while, and he's not frustrated because he's not waiting for the release to something the way he would be if it were a wait. So I just wanna show you examples of that. So right now, I'll just put this down. You can see my doggos are in their stays. So to signify for them that this is over, I'm going to return to my dogs, feed in position. They're always waiting for that feed between the paws, because this is where I've taught them that when you're doing a stay, I will come back to you. You can't see me. I will come back to you and I will feed to your paws, right between your paws on the floor. So what this allows for is them to understand the expectation. If you're going to practice a stay with your dog and you're going to release them, say you're gonna put them in a stay and then call them to you, I very rarely do that. I maybe do that 1 in 10 of the times that I will release the dog versus returning to them, because I want that strong, settled behavior, especially in my line of work, but also in general life. I wanna make sure that if I'm going to a restaurant and I'm bringing my dog and I put them in a down stay, they're going to stay there for the duration of me eating. Or if I'm working with a client and I have Jake with me, who I use a lot for dogs, is he needs to stay there off leash while I work a reactive puppy by him a million times. He needs to know that's a settled behavior. So again, with your stay, you're always going to return to your dog. So I return, I feed between the paws, and then when I'm ready to release them, I give them their release cue nearby them. So I'll say free, and then they can get up if they choose to or not. Jake has a lot of reinforcement history, so does she, but for being on here. So if I need to show them that they can get up, I can say free and toss a cookie away. Now I wanna show you the difference between that and a wait or a release to something. Here we go. Okay, so again, a wait is always a release to something. That's very important. And you'll see during this that in those last clips where they were in their stay, they were nice and settled. Now I'm gonna be releasing them to their puzzle toy so you can see the difference in their anticipatory behavior.
Notice them watching me carefully and waiting for that release cue in anticipation.
All right, guys, so you can clearly see there's a difference between a stay and a wait in the mentality of the dog and what their expectation is of the behavior. So the more clarity you can provide for your dog, the better behavior you're going to get, especially in that stay. So I want you to practice. Stay means I return to you, I return to you, I return to you. You're gonna be there for the long haul. And at the beginning, obviously, it's gonna be short little periods as you're building your stay, but as you get a better stay, separate cue for a stay versus a wait, which is a behavior that means pause for a moment and then we will do something. I will release you to something. Or I will give you another cue, you know, wait for a moment and then I will cue you to let's go, we'll walk out the door together, that kind of thing. So if you have any questions about the difference between the two or any questions related to these behaviors, definitely comment below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, hit the little bell and you'll get notified every time we put out a new video, which is typically a couple times a month. So if you love this channel, you like dogs, you like travel, you like dog travel, definitely subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you all are hanging in there. You have a great day and happy training.
Thanks for watching and stay tuned for our next video. Subscribe now and never miss an episode.